Another practice done!
That was a lot of work. I'm enjoying it though.
Yep, and we're ready. Between band competitions and halftime performances, we're back.
That's why we put in the work, so we can be ready, and I know we will be ready.
We have been waiting for this opportunity to welcome back the vast majority of students for in-person learning 5 days per week for so long. We are ready to support our students, and we cannot wait for the school year to begin. But what does being ready really mean? It means being ready to support the whole child. This means mental health, social emotional development, identity development, academic development, cognitive development, and of course, physical health. Students will need our support. During early childhood, the brain develops 1,000 new neural connections per second. Adolescence is another period of rapid brain construction and change. And speaking of change, we have been through a lot of that recently. Relationships are going to be essential to healthy development and learning. Caring adults and the security of consistent routines are absolutely essential for our students. And here's how we're going to be ready to do that from day one when students arrive for that first day of school on Wednesday, August 18th.
My name is Sherry Buesso, a school counselor at Thurmont Middle School, and I am ready to support the mental health challenges of our students. Stress is an important part of healthy development and learning, but excessive stress has negative effects on health and well-being. Chronic stress and trauma can have a negative impact on the chemical and physical structures of the developing brain, causing difficulties with attention, concentration, and even memory. And let's face it, we've all been through some extremely challenging times in the last 18 months. We must remember, supportive, responsive relationships in childhood and adolescence have an important protective effect. Research has found that a stable relationship with at least one committed adult can buffer the negative effects of even the most serious challenges. We need to all be ready to simply be available for our students. We must be ready to listen. We must be ready to support. I am ready to do that.
I'm Monocacy Elementary Principal Troy Barnes, and I am ready to support the social emotional development of students. Learning is social, emotional, and academic. Positive emotions open up the mind to learning. Negative emotions reduce the capacity of the brain to process information and to learn. The Collaborative for Academic, Social, and Emotional Learning identifies 5 areas of competence: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, responsible decision-making. How do we build those skills? Well, we must be ready to facilitate supportive adult-child relationships that extend over time. We must teach and reinforce social-emotional skills to help children handle stress and adversity. We must create strong, dependable, and supportive routines. We must be ready to show students how to navigate social interactions through cooperation, responsibility, empathy, compromise, and self-advocacy. I am ready to model those behaviors and encourage students to follow my lead.
I'm Jenny Perez Ryan, the 2021 FCPS Teacher of the Year at West Frederick Middle. and I am ready to facilitate identity development. What does that mean? Well, successful students feel safe and have a sense of belonging in their schools and classrooms. Classroom relationships are based on trusting, encouraging interactions between adults and children to help create positive relationships. Purpose and relevance is critical to learning. Studies have found that adults are more satisfied with their jobs and happier with their lives when what they do interests them and matters to people other than themselves. The same is true for students. Students perform well in settings where they feel accepted, know they can improve with effort, and feel respected by their peers and teachers. I am ready to recognize their successes and accept students for who they are. It's so important.
I'm Oakdale High English teacher Ed Scoder, and I'm here to make sure my classroom has a strong academic climate. My classroom will promote high expectations through organized classroom instruction. I believe deeply in what I do, and I know my students can succeed. People make meaning by reflecting on the connections between existing knowledge and new learning. This is why teachers work hard to connect learning to students' experiences. I'm ready to do that this year and to inspire my students to do their best.
I'm Urbana High Principal Dave Keene, and I am here to make sure students build their capacity for making great decisions and improve their critical thinking. This is cognitive development, and we know our students will develop those skills long after they graduate from FCPS into their mid-20s. A student's motivation and ability to track and access their own learning and understanding are important for effective learning. A growth mindset, the belief that improvement is possible through effort, trying new strategies, and seeking help, makes students less discouraged when facing obstacles and trying challenging tasks. This can translate into stronger performance in school. I am ready to remind students that it is okay to not succeed the first time and support and celebrate them when they do.
I'm Ballinger Creek Middle physical education teacher Micah Meredith, and I am ready to make sure students are getting enough exercise and remind them to get enough sleep. According to Dr. John Rady, exercise is the single most important tool you have to optimize your brain function. But we must also remember the brain consolidates learning during deep sleep. Getting adequate sleep is essential, and research indicates that adding 30 minutes of sleep to schedules of most school-aged children would increase student achievement more than any other single intervention. I am ready to get students moving and encourage them to get sleep, just not during my class.
Wow, I had no idea how much of a difference a full night's sleep makes.
Right? We need to make sure we're getting a lot of sleep this year. And we should probably get back to practicing so we can reach our goals. Do you think we're ready?
Oh, I know we're ready. Welcome back, FCPS. It's going to be a great year.